This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me, all of you? Hello, yeah. Right. In the last session, we were discuss about lambda or anonymous functions. We were discussed in the last session, and today we'll discuss about modules in Python program. So, what is module and how do we work with modules? We'll discuss. So, module is nothing but group of variables, group of variables, comma functions, and classes are stored into a separate file, stored into a file which is nothing but module, which is nothing but what actually module is a group of variables, functions, and classes are stored into a separate file, which is nothing but module. In Python, every .py file acts as module. In Python, every .py file acts as module. Yes, sir, it will act as module. Every .py file. Suppose here there are so many programs are there in this Python project X7. Test.py, test1.py, test2.py, all these modules only. Okay. So group of variables, functions, and classes are stored into a separate file, which is nothing but module. In Python, every .py file acts as module only. And module is for what purpose? Module is for reusability, reusability of entire the program code, reusability of entire the program code. If you want to reuse, then we can import module simply. Module is for reusability of entire the program code. Sorry, entire the program code. Module is for reusability of entire the program code. So, for example, if you write logic in one program, and that total logic we can able to reuse into other program by importing that. So that is the advantage of module. So functions also will provide reusability. Yes, functions will provide reusability, but only inside the function body, how many statements you have written, that many only will be provide reusability. Okay. So, but module is not like that. In entire the program, how much code you have written, total code you can able to reuse into other program also. So that means we will save a lot of time, and one time we can implement the logic, and many places we can directly use it by importing the program name as a module. So module is for usability for entire the program. Okay. Suppose, for example, you can see here I'm creating one module called sample.py. Just observe this. Okay, new Python file. I'm creating sample.py. So this is act as a module of every program. In this sample.py, just I'm taking one variable called a value 100. And few functions I'm taking, like add function I'm taking x comma y, and print x plus y. Sum is x plus y I'm taking x plus y. And next I'm creating one more function in this subtract function I'm taking x comma y, print sub is x minus y. I can say that x minus 1. So this is what actually module sample.py. This module is contain what? One variable, that is a, two functions, add and sub. This one variable and add and sub are what? Members of the module. These are all members of the module. Okay, members. So module contains what? Group of variables, group of methods, group of classes. Yes, I included variables and two functions in this sample.py. But whenever I execute this sample.py, now you can see nothing is going to happen. There is no result here. Okay. But my requirement is what here? This total code I want to access into other program. For example, I'm just moving to test.py. In this test.py, I want to access. To access any module code or any program code, so first what we have to use, we have to import that module. How to import that module? Import sample. Import sample. So in test.py, I'm going to reuse sample.py program. So sample.py, this sample name I have to import here. And if you want to access the members of the sample.py module, like A is a member, add is a member, sub is a member. These members, if you want to access into test.py, then what we have to use? We have imported module name dot variable name we have to use. So I'm just accessing here. Directly we cannot able to print A. Okay, print module name is what? Sample dot A we can say. Okay, let me use some IntelliSense option. Now print module name is what? Sample dot what? A. This A is coming from where? This sample module. In this sample module, A is declared. So I'm going to use into this test.py. Same similarly, add function, sub function is coming from which module? Sample. So here we have to call the functions. How to call the functions? Directly cannot call the function. No? This function is coming from which module? Sample module. Sample dot add. Sample dot add. 20, 10. Next sample dot subtract. Okay, 5, 1 like this. So I'm going to reuse other program code into this test.py. So this concept is called module concept like this. Import sample, print a sample.a, sample.add function I'm calling, sample.sub function I'm calling like this. Now you can see this time the logic is working here off. So which program you're executing now? Test.py. For this test.py, the logic is coming from which program? Sample. How it is? Because I import this module name like sample. Automatically this total stuff, whatever we have created this logic can be available onto the test.py only. Test.py we can able to access here. Okay. This is the advantage of module. The usability of the program. For example, sir, here module aliasing concept is there. Module aliasing means what? Module aliasing. Module aliasing. Module aliasing means just giving other name to a module. Just giving other name to a module is called module aliasing. Is called module aliasing, we can say. Module aliasing. Giving other name to a module is called module aliasing. So why module aliasing means? Here you can see sample is a module name. Every time if you want to access the variables and functions, sample.a like module.a, sample.add, sample.sub like this you have to use. But if I give alias name like this as S only I'm taking. S means alias name. So you can easily access by using S only. But one thing is for sure, once if you change the alias name, that is module alias name. Actually, module name is what? Sample. Alias name is what? S only. So once you change the alias name of the module, compulsory we have to use alias name only. We cannot use main name. That we have to strictly remember. Now this time I'm using what? S dot A. S is my module alias name. S dot add, S dot sub, like this. Once I run this, it will work fine. Got my point? So whenever we change the name of the module, that is called module aliasing. Once you give the module aliasing, then that alias name only we have to use from there onwards. We cannot use the main module name. Okay. So sir, I don't want to access even though with the alias name or module name directly. Can't we access like A without mentioning alias name, or directly can't be accessed like add and sub? So yes, it is possible. But for that purpose, we use actually from import statement. You have to use from import. From import main advantage is what? Whenever we use this from import statement for accessing the modules, every time you need not to use the module name or alias name directly, we can access members only. That is the advantage of from import. So let's see this from import statement I am applying. From which module you are importing? Sample module. What you are importing? Star I am importing. Star indicates what actually here? Star indicates what here? Everything. If star indicates everything will come from sample module. Everything means whatever the members are there. A is one of the member, add is one of the member, sub is one of the member. These are all members are there. All members are available to this test.p1. So from sample module import star. Star means all available. We can able to consume all. But this is not recommend actually. The reason is whenever we use this from sample import star from this sample module, all members are available, all members are load or build. But sometimes we need only access A only. Okay. So for that purpose, why unnecessarily we should load all the all the members of this sample module? Not required. So we can use only members also like A comma add I'm taking. Now this time you can see A add only I'm going to use. You are using sub also, but sub is not imported. Okay, remove this. I don't need that. And you can see this, run this. So this approach is the better approach, I can say. What members are trying to access into your program, that member names you can able to provide on top of the module description. So from sample import A add only I'm using. Later, if you decided I want to access multiply also, sir, then you can able multiply not sub also, sir. You can able to use sub also. Sub function I'm calling, and 3 comma 1 subtraction is that is 2. So these are the members. Instead of star, we can use member names also. So the advantage, this advantage of this is what member is really required to access, that member name you can mention. And if you mention star means everything will load unnecessarily. Even if you use or not use it, no matter it will load automatically. So that is not. And here this members also there, member aliasing also there. Module aliasing, how it is there, just giving other name to a module is called module aliasing. Same member aliasing also there, sir. Member aliasing. Okay, MEMBER, member aliasing. Just giving other name to a member, other name to a member, other name to a member is called member aliasing, we can say. Is called member aliasing. So these are the members. A is a one of the member, add is member, sub is member. So these members are there. I want to give alias name of this member. For example, A as B, I can say that. Suppose here add as a sum I'm taking. So once you know the rule is just now I discussed. Whenever you change the name of the module, that is alias name. Whenever we change the name of the member, that is alias member. Alias name only we have to use once you change the name. Main name will not work out. Here A is not working. A become what? B only. Now here add as sum. Add will not work here. SUM sum will work here. Okay. So from sample, import A as B, add as some, sub is there. Sub, I'm not changing any alias name. So alias name of A is B, alias name of add as sum only. Sum and add only we can. In place of add, we use sum. In place of A, we use B only because alias names only will work, other names will not work. This is the case. Okay. And one more thing. Sir, can we import multiple modules? Multiple modules means suppose I have two programs. One program contains some functions. Other program contains some functions. Okay. But all two programs functionalities I want to use into my other program. Is that possible? Yes, why not? Any number of modules you can import it. Okay, any number of modules you can import it. Let me show you how to import multiple modules. Suppose your sample module is there. This module contain one variable, two functions like add and sub. Similarly, I'm taking one more module, sample one I'm preparing, sample one. In this sample one, what I'm trying to do, same variable a value 200 I'm taking, and df multiply function I'm taking, x comma y. Now you can see print mul multiplication is x into y I'm taking, x into y. This is multiplication. Got my point? A equals to 200, df multiplication x comma y multiply is x into y. So now in this test.py, I have to import two modules. Two modules means sample module is there, which is having some members, a variable, add function, subtract function. Sample1.py is also there, one module, a variable, multiply function. And these two I would like to access into a test.py. So how to access? Just import module sample, import sample, and import sample one. Okay, yes. Or else you can also import like this sample one also you can import. Either this one you can use or this one, like this simple. So if you import like this, I want to access first sample module variable sample.a, it's okay. Sample.add, adding of two numbers. Sample subtraction, like next to print sample one variable I want access sample1.a, and sample one dot calling the function like multiply. Now you can see 3 and 4 and 8. Just observe here. So two modules are imported in the heading section, and with each module name through separately I'm accessing variables and methods, and sample1.a variable and method also I'm accessing here. So once I start execution, we got the output clearly from sample. A value 100, sum is 5, sub is 4. 2 plus 3, 5, 5 minus 1, 4. And which is coming from sample1.a, that is 200. Multiplication is 3 into 4, that is 12. Got my point? Yes. But sir, if I include like this, it's very clear because you are going to access the members with a clear module name. But what happens if I try to use this one? Now you can see from sample import star. Okay, from sample one import star. This will also work, sir. Fine. This will also work. But the advantage of from statement is what I said. Advantage of from statement. So without mention any module name or alias name, directly we can include the members, sir. So this is the advantage. I'm using this one, sir. Without using any member name or alias name, directly we can able to call values without using any alias name or module alias name like this. But there is a problem here, one problem in this case. So notice this, what is the problem here? Okay, once I run this, so we got the output clearly. So add of a value 200, add 2 comma 3 5, subtraction 5 minus 1 4, again a 200 multiplies 12. But there is no problem for multiply function and subtract function, add function, because add and subtract function coming from sample module. and multiply function is coming from sample1 module. But just observe here, in both modules, like sample as well as sample1, one variable is there called a variable, but in sample.py, variable value is what? 100. In sample1.py, variable value is what? 200. But in test.py, what is the result you are getting, sir? Tell me. Every time 200 or? Yes. Why it is? The reason is, if the multiple modules are having same variable, okay, same variable, but their values might be different, but recent call will be impact. Recent call means what module is recently calling? Sample1. That's what in sample1, 200 only will affect on both cases. Here 200, here 200. In case if we try to change this sample1 here and sample here, what is the recent module calling? This is only recent one. So recent one means sample 100. Sample.py is having what actually? A value 100. So now this time we can see a value 100 is coming. Again, a value 100 is coming. But any one only coming, no? Yes. So to avoid this, what we need to do, this approach is the better. In case if we have uh, multiple modules, which is having the variable names and function names are same, to avoid this conflict, name conflict, then separately we can able to use it. From sample import star means this stuff will come from sample. From sample1 import star means this stuff will come from sample1, so that you will get clear output here. So there is no name conflict. This A is coming from sample, obviously 100 value, and this A is coming from sample1, obviously 200 value. That's fine. Yes. So this is the way to work with modules. Module is nothing but simple a program. In Python, every .py program acts as a module only. One program, one .py file is called one module. You can implement any logic in that module. Okay, you can implement any logic in that module. And that logic you can able to reuse into other program by importing them as a module. But actually, sir, modules are two types actually. User-defined modules are there and predefined or built-in modules are there. Right now, I'm talking about what modules? User-defined modules. Because I am preparing my own Python files, that is user-defined modules. But built-in modules are there, or predefined modules are there. That predefined modules are built-in modules which will come by default whenever we install Python software. In the last examples, we discuss reduce function. Reduce function. Reduce function present in which built-in module? Functools module. That is module. Like that, many number of modules are there, sir. Lot of built-in modules are there. We have to discuss built-in modules also. But before discussing about built-in modules, I'm telling one thing. Sir, I create one module like a few days back, sample.py or sample1.py. Right now, I want to import something from the sample, but I don't know exactly what variables are there, what functions are there. Okay, so I want to know clear information of my module, sir. How I can get the information from my module? Simple. To get the clear information from the module. So which module information if you want, you can import that module like sample. And after that, what we need to do? Just the help of sample, you can type. Help of sample. I need information of sample module here. That's what I'm importing. And help of sample means help is a built-in function to get complete information of this sample module only. So once I start run this, now you can see here, and this is help on module sample, and name is sample, name of the module, and functions are add x comma y, sub x comma y, and data is variable is a value 100. File is located in which location? Python project at 7 a.m. sample.py like this. Got my point? So help on module sample only. Name of the module is sample. Functions is add x comma y. Subtraction x comma y. Data is a value 100. File is this one. Not only this is for what we can say user-defined module. You can import any predefined module. That module information also will come. For example, in the last session, functools module I use it. This is the built-in module. If you want to know about FuncTools module help, then import FuncTools, help of FuncTools, function tools that is. Now you can see these are all FuncTools module information. In that you will find some Redis function also. You can see Redis function, what we discussed previously. Okay, so this is the case. Total description you will get. Got my point, sir? This is the module working style here. But next, one more important thing is there here. There are different possible ways to import modules. So different possible ways to import module. First one is import module one, for example, module. This is one style. Next, import module one as M1 alias name. Import module one, comma module two. Next, import module one as M1, module two as M2. Like this also I can go. Or else we can go for from module one, import star set. Hello. Yeah. From module one, import star. Module one, import star. So from module one, import star, this is also possible. And now you can see here, members also we can able to import from module one, import member one. Or else from module one, import member one as M1. This is alias member name. Member alias we can say. From module one, import Can you hear me now? There is some network issue. All of a sudden it is disconnecting again, reconnecting everything. Now these are the options are available. You can see any ways you can able to import the module. Import module one directly. Import module one as M1. This is alias name of this module. Import module one, module two. Import module one as M1, module two as M2. From module one import start. From module one import member one. From module one import member one as M1. From module one import member one, comma member two, multiple members. From module one import member one as M1, member two as M2 like this. So these are options are available. You can able to use these options here. Okay. So next I want to tell you another important thing. There is a special variable is there. Special variable. Special variable, sir. Special variable. What is that special variable means? That is, this is on underscore underscore name underscore underscore. This is the special variable. Why this special variable underscore underscore name underscore underscore means this special variable is used to check whether your program is executing as an individual program or it is executed from some other program. It will check. Who will check? Special variable will check. Suppose you are writing the code in one program, you can directly execute that program. If it is directly executing as an individual program, or else that is executing from some other program, How do you know that? Using special variable is there, underscore underscore name underscore underscore name. The special variable advantage is what here? The special variable name is used to check whether the program executed as an individual program or it executed from some other program. It will check. Okay. In case if the program executed, if the program executed as an individual program, then the value of special variable is underscore underscore main underscore underscore. Okay. At the same time, if the program executed, if the program is executed from some other program, then the value of the special variable is the module name where it is defined. The module name where it is defined. That is the case. So there is a special variable in Python, especially module section. This variable is used to find whether your program executed as an individual program directly without taking help from some other program, or your program executed as from some other program, means with depending on other program. Who will decide? This name will decide. In case if your program is executed as an individual program only, it is not going to depend on any other program, then the value of this special variable is what? Main only. That means main program. In case if your program is executed from some other program, it is depending on some other program, then the value of the special variable is what? The module name where it is defined clearly. Let's see practical implementation. Okay, sir. Suppose here I'm writing test.py. Okay, I'm writing test.py code. Or else let's go to other program. Okay, don't disturb this one. Now you can see test1.py I'm taking. Test1, sir. My program name is test1. In this test1, I'm writing some code, sir. What is that simple function I'm writing? F1 function I'm taking. In this function, I'm writing logic. If underscore underscore name underscore underscore equals to underscore underscore main underscore underscore. Okay. Underscore underscore main underscore underscore. Then print what we have to use. Program executed as an individual program. Executed as an individual program. Individual program we can say. Executed as an individual program. Okay. Yes. Else part. Then I can say executed from some other program. Executed from some other program, I have to say. Now tell me, I'm calling this function now, sir. Now tell me here, I created one file called test1.py. This is my program name. In this program, I have written simply one function called f1. In this function, I just checking the special variable value. If name underscore underscore name equals to underscore underscore main, then executed as an individual program. It will not depend on any other programs. Otherwise, executed from some other program. So tell me, when I execute this one test1.py, is this executing directly individual program or it is taking help from some other program? It is executing directly from some other directly program only. It is not going to take any help from some other program. It is executing directly individual program only. It will execute as an individual program. Executed as an individual program. Executed as an individual program. Suppose let's go to test2.py. Suppose in test2.py, I'm just going. In this test2.py, I'm importing test1. Yes, I'm using that. Now I want to call what actually function name f1. F1 function I'm calling. Now tell me, this test2.py directly executed as an individual program, or it is depending on test1 also? Yes, it is depending on test1, obviously. Okay, because we are importing test1 and we are calling F1 function of test1 only. Here, this function I'm calling into test2.py. So this test2.py program not executed as an individual program itself, it will not run. It is depending on what actually test1 only. It is depending on what test1 server. So now we can see executed from some other program. It is saying yes, this test2.py executed from some other program is what test1 only. From here it will execute because this function is coming from where test1 only. But you may get doubt, sir, why sir 2 times it is coming this output here? The reason is 1 time is because of this already in this test1.py we called function, no, another time it is coming like this. If I remove here calling and only we are calling here, that's what 1 time only it is coming like this. Got my point? So now it's, but as I said that, okay, sir, you told me that program executed an individual program, then the value of the special variable is what? Main only. Otherwise, the value of the special variable is the module name where it is defined. Then let me print this, what actually main value also. If underscore underscore name also I want to print. How to print this? Now you can see here, I'm printing this. Print underscore underscore name. Just we can print here also. Here. Print underscore underscore name. Underscore underscore. Okay. Now let's see this. Whenever I execute test1.py, now what is that, sir? Main only, no? This variable, that is that main only. Why? Because test1 is executed directly as an individual program. This special variable value is what actually main only. Suppose whenever I execute this one, now you can say test2.py. Now you can see executed from some other program. It is calling the function and we are printing name also. The name is what actually test1 only. Test1 means if this program is not executed as an individual program, it is executed from some other program, then the value of the special variable of the module name where it is defined. Yes, module name is what test1 only. Where it is defined, here only I defined. So this is overall module concept basics we discussed. So in tomorrow's session, we'll continue predefined modules. And one thing I want to tell you, sir, from tomorrow onwards, sharp 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock up to I will take. But daily I'm taking 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes before only I'm just leaving. But tomorrow onwards, it won't happen because recently I have started offline batches in Amirpet. I have to go to Amirpet. That's what some time is not managing. So from tomorrow onwards, everything will get just. And today, Django at 8 a.m. also, that's what I'm not taking today. Those who are joining Django also, don't join today. Tomorrow onwards, all classes will continue. 7 a.m. Python, 8 a.m. Django, and even 9 a.m. Python like that. Okay. So please this. And I have clearly sent the core Python PDF documentation in WhatsApp group. You can download it. Mostly by this weekend also complete advanced Python clear PDF document also I'll prepare and I'll send to you. Okay. And at the same time, Django REST API material also I'll post in WhatsApp group also. And if you want, you can use material. No problem. But without attending Django sessions, REST API sessions, only if you go through material, you cannot understand. Attending sessions are very important. And I'm just posting all the documents in my WhatsApp group. Whoever wants to use them, you can use this, no problem. This link will work for 14 days, sir, 2 weeks more. So continuously use, we can use this link only from tomorrow onwards.